Hey guys, BJ and Game Day back for the last round of the year. Obviously we've just had everything finish off with grand finals. Once again you've got Brent Hampton, you've got Josh King. Mate, the season's finally over. What are your thoughts?
Thanks,
How'd you go?
Thanks, fuck.
Yeah.
Not the ideal finish to the season I was looking for. It was about 1100 score, dropped 1500 in the rankings, so I finished nearly about top 5,000, which is pretty piss poor.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty just glad.
Probably one of your worst seasons for a couple.
For a while, yeah, but it happens. Work on the horse next season. What about you, mate? How'd you finish?
Mate, had a good week. Finished with 1450 last week, despite captain and Lolo. And it got me into keyring territory. So, cracked the top 1000, finished 706 or something out of 135,000 people. So, pretty happy with that. But mate, in the BJ League I was pretty disappointed. I couldn't finish first. Wayne with Hell's Granny managed to get me. Mate, going into the last round he was 170 in front of me. So it was going to be a tough ask. A different captain choice and it would have made all the difference. But he finished about 25 points ahead. So credit to Wayno.
Yeah, well done, Wayno.
Obviously guys at home, we challenged everyone at the start of the season with the BJ League. $20 anyone who beat me or Brent to finish total points. So Wayne was the only one that got over one of us, and Wayne actually kindly donated his $20 to the charity, basically a charity of our choice. So this week I actually jumped onto the Mental League page and we donated the $20 there. So Wayno's well aware of that, and you know, maybe that's something obviously other people in the future may want to do. Yeah, hopefully that'll go to a good cause.
Yeah, no, super stuff, Wayno. Well done on a big year, mate. Finishing that top 1000 is a massive effort, as you'd be well aware now.
Yeah,
and he was there for the last, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
He had a solid year.
Mate, look, I didn't realise how hard it was. Like, I mean, 6-7 weeks out, I think I was just outside the top 5,000 and having a shocker of a year. Got on a massive run on the run home, but you look week to week and the guys who are in the top sort of 50 or 100 were still scoring almost the same score as me or better. So it's a pretty tough comp. Congratulations obviously goes out to Guy Feeney, who's the guy who had Munsters Inc., who won the total comp. He took home 50,000 for the winner, so big season for him.
Not bad, and yeah, you need the stars to align for that sort of thing. You
Definitely.
Need a bit of luck, and he got it. But yeah, I mean, I remember throughout this season where you were trading guys in and out, and you know, it doesn't matter as long as you have that good finish to the year, like you did. That last 6 to 8 weeks is when it's really important, and having a few trades left is it obviously pays off dividends. When you have guys like Valentine Holmes who are must-haves by the end of the year, and guys like that. So.
Going into the last sort of 6 rounds, yeah, I had him, I had Latrell, I had Ferguson, all those guys who were just, you know, pretty much consistently scoring well in the backs. And yeah, throwing a few key forwards. Obviously, towards the end of the season, Cookie got a little bit, you know, average, but still probably the best player overall for the whole season.
Yeah, I think you're a bit stiff. You were trying to get me to swap my captain to Teddy on Saturday, and I didn't. I left it on the trail. Had you listened to your own advice, you would have jumped, well and truly, and probably been top 500, I reckon.
Definitely, yeah. That would have sort of got me an extra 120 for the week.
Well done, mate. You've done well. So.
Very happy.
And the head-to-head. You've taken out the head-to-head.
Head-to-head, yes. Head-to-head, I did. I knocked over Cam Coxell in the final. I was pretty happy, actually. 3 leagues I've only gone in this season, and I managed to win all 3 head-to-head leagues. So, yes, pretty good season for myself, and all sort of credit due to that back end, you know, sort of charged home with a lot of 1400s. So,
and myself,
yeah.
obviously.
Mate, how'd you go? Did you win one? You were in 10 leagues.
No,
you didn't win one.
You pizzled me by about 300.
Yep.
Scored 1100. I think par would have been about 1400.
Yeah, last week.
Monster week. It was top score.
Round 25.
1700.
1722. I think some guy named Steve. Good name apparently.
Absolutely sick.
Yeah, got the top score for the week. So
yeah, no, it was a big finish to the year, and I think as well it was quite interesting. You look at those top 10 guys. Overall, they all had 1400, so it could have been easy to slip out of there with some sort of last round.
Everyone pulled the right reigning captain Teddy. Obviously, before updates, he was sitting on 170. There was a lot of talk around that people thought that he dropped, you know, 20, 30 points. And he actually jumped up 10 to 180. So, massive final round from Teddy, and plenty of people who picked him as captain.
Yeah. First pick next year?
Look, depends on what changes they make over the off-season. You know, it's easy enough to say Val Holmes or whatever, but I mean, in the end, you've got to wait to see what form comes in the next year. I'd probably be tempted to say Damien Cook. I reckon he's probably the one player who's going to go on with it next season. You know, exposed to State of Origin this year, which was great for him. Started to peter out his season towards the end of the year, but you know, obviously we've got 4 weeks of finals left, so Supercoach doesn't keep going, but he may just bring those big performances back on the park, and that'll be a lot to what determines who I pick up first next year. So probably more importantly, who we're going to pick in draft first up. So yeah, wait for that one.
I think given the position at hooker, it's so important. He's sort of taken that Cam Smith mantle in terms of Supercoach now. So if I couldn't say Cook, as you already said, I'm probably looking at Kalen Ponga. I think he's going to have an emergence. He showed this year that he's going to be a superstar.
Obviously, if the injuries can stay away, played a big part in his season, but when he was on the park, he was just devastating. Every time he touched the ball, just looked just crazy, ridiculously dangerous. Like, he will be the next superstar for the next 10 years. We talked about Cookie. Val Holmes tended to dominate towards the end of the season. Mate, any other standouts for the year that you sort of look at?
Probably Blake Ferguson. I think he was. If you look throughout the whole year, I didn't go back and have a look, but from memory, he's been solid.
Just Mr. Consistency,
all year. Just found the trial line most weeks. And I think if you started with him, you did well. I think you picked him up around Origin, where I was a bit dubious that he might have got a call up because he was in a bit of form. I think at Yardy he was quite solid. Who else? Probably someone like Assam Masters has sort of emerged as one of the premium, I reckon.
I think there'll be a few owners who are devoed going in the last round. I think he only scored about 35, which was probably his worst score of the season.
Probably was, but barring that, I think he was 50 plus most weeks.
Kept the kicking duties for the West Tigers the whole season. Tackle bus, offloads. Really solid season for Supercoaches.
And I think Latrell Mitchell, established himself now.
How do you go between the 10s and the 120s? Like, that's the hardest part with Latrell. I think, 2 weeks ago he scored 29 or 30, whatever it was, and on the weekend he bangs out a 150.
I think they're going to be a bit more consistent now. He's going to be sort of maturing a bit now. He's just sort of, since Origin, just exploded. But really looking forward to see how he sort of evolves in the next few years. He's still only a young kid, so.
My biggest cash earners of the year, obviously Damien Cook started around that mid 300s and probably peaked at just under the 800,000. I think looking towards next season with a couple of these guys like Val Holmes, Teddy, who have hit those 150s and 180s towards the end of the season, they may crack the 800. Not too sure what will be happening with the salary cap if they keep it the same. But at the start of the season, mate, we named a couple of names. I thought Viliamu Kikau would obviously pick up the biggest price rise. Mate, not too far off. I think he started at 180 and peaked at around 600. So really good season from him.
Yeah, in contrast, I picked Bryce Cartwright, who started around 200k and
probably finished below that.
He ended up burning me in the AE department in the last couple of rounds as well, so there's no more cardi parties. I think it'll be...
What I think...
You need to change the club or something's going on there.
Oh, mate,
it's quite sad, really.
He needs to change careers. He's just... Compared to the player he was 3 years ago for Penrith, it's just a world apart. So, maybe some personal shit there, maybe something else, I'm not too sure, but all I know is that his footy on the park is just, not where it was. But back to blokes like Kikau, you've got guys coming through, Pangai Jr., Fafita, David Fafita, like
Taylor
all these, Fitzgibbon. There's a lot of these young fellas coming through. They'll be the future of Supercoach, and it may get to that stage next year where we leave a few of these old stalwarts behind and go the younger brigade instead.
Yeah, these dynamic sort of ball playing, ball running guys, not maybe your nuts and bolts like your Nathan Browns and guys like that. Maybe forgotten about some of these attacking stats of guys like Billy Kikau and guys like that. So it should be interesting. Going to probably bring some variety to teams, which is always good. Sort of get sick of seeing the same old teams. So it will be nice to see that, and hopefully they can sort of keep that going.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else to add, mate?
No, mate. I think well done. It's been a big year for us. First ever.
Thanks to everyone at home, guys. Thanks for tuning in each week. Obviously, follow us again next year. We'll be back on the airwaves, and come pre-season, we'll run through all the teams again. We'll run through a few changes and who to look out for. But until next year, I don't think we'll be on here for another few months. So we'll catch you all next year, eh?
Yeah, I think well-earned break, and thanks to everyone that commented, and we'll see you all next season.
All right.